Live, just in time for somebody to sit down. Hello, everyone. How are we today? Let's see. We got Brian's in the house. We got RN. We got Eagle Lover and Faith all showed up. How are you guys doing on this fine Tuesday evening? It's rainy here.
It's going to be raining for a while.
So today is our weekly update. What do we have to talk about today?
I don't know.
You don't know. What have you been doing?
Freeze drying.
Hey, Rescue.
Hi.
I guess the big topic is working on Indiana Mike and Jet's house.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys didn't see it, Tag and B did a video was it yesterday? I think they posted it.
I think so.
About us putting trusses up on somebody's house. And that's what we did on Saturday. And it was a great community event, just like normal. We ended up putting trusses over all the house and the porch. Did not get it over
on the garage.
On the garage. They were supposed to be working on that on Sunday. I'm not sure what they were doing.
I was sick. We were trying, but it did not happen.
Hey, HG and Grateful Hearts, how you guys doing?
Hey.
So HG says he's working with Ginger, the roots, not the person.
Ah. Nice. What are you doing with that?
So we ended up working. I probably had one of the easiest jobs of the entire day because all I had to do was act as ground guide for the telehandler and hook up loads. We got a lot done. At least I think we did.
Yeah, we got a lot done. That was pretty neat too. That was magical.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. So it was nice to get that done. And then another homesteader, another community member needed trusses put on yesterday, and they got those done. Gypsy.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so they got theirs done. So yeah, super, super cool.
Cool. Yeah,
maybe it was American Roots. I'm not sure. It was one of them. It was over on their property. So
we got Homestead Twins. How you guys doing, man? Check out these guys' channel. They make some pretty neat stuff, and they've got a pretty good YouTube channel going on.
Ghetto. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, look at that. Oh, Dorothy's here and Ghetto's here. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Yeah, haven't seen you all, Ghetto. Hope everything's going okay.
Yeah, I saw that he was over on Tag's channel Friday night, so it was good to see him over there.
I never get to see Tag's channel anymore because I'm always working. I didn't get done.
Well, now it's getting dark now.
Well, I didn't get done working Friday until like 8:30. I was out in the dark.
Yeah, it'll change. You know how it is in the wintertime. We get to catch up more in the winter. But yeah, so now we're getting ready to go to Kentucky. So hopefully we'll see everybody out there. And then don't forget we have that giveaway, not a getaway, but the giveaway. So first come, first serve on that one. We'll see how many people watch the video.
Yep, we'll find out. We'll find out how much involvement we got. There we go. Thank you, Faith, for putting that out there for the Homestead Twins.
Yeah, nice.
We met these guys a year ago. Well, last spring.
You did. No, babe. Spring this year.
Was it spring?
Yes, you do this. It confuses everybody. You get everything mangled and meshed.
Well, it's because it's all one big long thing.
I know it is.
Yeah. But we met these guys, and they were just starting out, and they made some cool 3D printed stuff, and they had freeze dried Skittles, and they were underselling themselves. And hopefully,
I was like, I didn't mean to insert myself, but I'm like, dude, you're leaving money on the table. But they figured it out.
Yep.
It's all good.
We'll be showing one last video of the 6 pigs we raised butchering at the end of the week.
Good.
Awesome. See, we need to get pigs back on next week.
I know. You said that this spring. How. What do you mean you don't know how?
Skane's girl's here. Joseph, I don't know how we're gonna get
hot wire in the woods. They'll be perfect back there. They got acorns. They've got all kinds of stuff back there.
Okay.
Berries, the whole 9 yards. And that's gonna be some good pork. Wouldn't even have to season it. It'll just automatically be seasoned. Good. Get me some bacon.
Yeah, need some
bacon. My bacon.
We're almost out of bacon from that last pig that we butchered.
Yeah. Aside from what I canned. So.
Well, I was talking frozen.
Oh, yeah. You've been going through that?
Smokey's here.
I think that's
Anti-Jack's here. How you guys doing tonight? Good seeing everybody come. You guys make this whole all worthwhile.
I know the sausage is gone because we sold out of that at SRF.
Yeah.
Time to get a hog.
Still have some tomatoes, peppers, and okra producing here. By the way, peppers are. You know,
My tomatoes. I'm so frustrated over those tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, we didn't get them in until July 1st.
I know, but still, I would have thought more than 3 red ones would have come in. I'm like waiting. I'm like, okay, today's the day. It's going to heat up. They're going to somewhat turn red, and they don't.
There's what, 300 or 400 tomatoes out there, all green. Man, I
gotta get creative. Hey,
I can only eat so many green tomatoes.
You're getting fried green tomatoes. I'm like putting tomatoes in, and then I'll do some relish, and then I don't know, maybe come up with some green ketchup. I don't know how to do that. We'll figure it out.
No, actually, we are still trying to get caught up. In fact,
still trying. I've got the blueberries packaged tonight. I got the mixed fruit caught up tonight. I've got chili I need to bag tonight. The milk is for us. Well, for you guys too. I put them in my recipes. Freeze-dried milk gets put away. I got bananas going now. More bananas that'll go in tonight. That's probably going to be it for this week.
See what Ghost said.
That's a pretty hat. Yeah. That hat, guys. In fact, I was really surprised because I thought we were going to change the hat. And so pleasantly surprised, I opened them up. So what you see here with this hat, that is what we got in. We have 10 of them. So if you want them, speak now, forever hold your peace.
Okay.
We can get more. We can drop ship them.
I don't like trucker hats. I'm sorry.
This is a pretty nice one.
For being a trucker hat, the mesh is much smaller. It reminds me of good 80s trucker hats, not the crappy
like the baseball teams, the T-ball hats.
Yeah.
So I like it. But is Sam in here?
I guess so.
Sam, I'm out of jerky.
There it is. Hey, Sam.
Yeah. Hey, I'm out of jerky.
And I did not get a single piece of that.
That's not true. You got a taste. I have it on video.
You gave me a half a piece.
I need more jerky.
That's right. Okay. Piece of business here. So Tag has been in talks with Chuck Peoples, and
no. We're keeping that to our community.
It is a community. I'm saying anybody that's in our community needs to know this.
I would talk to Tag before you announce anything.
All right, never mind. OPSEC's important now.
What? No, I think he was wanting to try to keep it small.
You got to have 20 people's not small.
Well, it is for our community. So I think he's wanting immediate community, the core.
Hey, Sarah, how you doing? There's a new name. I don't think we've seen you in here before. Welcome. This is our weekly update where we kind of ramble on about what we're doing, and then we just talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about.
Throw some green tomatoes where?
Throw some green tomatoes in a brown bag with an apple. It's working for us to ripen them up. Give it a try. We got apples out there.
Mama needs some sauce. You're gonna be upset if there's no sauce. I'll try anything at this point. I'm just so frustrated.
Sam says that John has a long mustache.
John.
And the chair is against the wall.
John has a long mustache and the chair is against the wall.
See, it's code. It's code for it. It's OPSECing.
Whatever. Right.
Anyway, so
Yoda throws knives and pans apparently too. So.
Yes, she does. Tell them about what we're doing this weekend. What's coming up?
So we've got KSL, Kentucky Sustainable Living, their conference. We're doing that. We'll show up on Friday, and then Skane's girl's already going to be out there. She's going out Thursday. I think she's taking the class on Friday. And so we can go check in. And then, but I think we're going to try, Skanes, you're in here. I think what we're going to do, because we're going to be racing time, we're going to try to get the trailer to the venue, get everything dropped off, get the trailer parked. Then we have dinner at 6 over at Jason's. So we're going to try to make it there. And then we'll be back over.
Tactical, it's, you probably heard it in The Longest Day. the fantastic D-Day movie, but it's in there, but it's a historical reference too. Let's see here. Homestead Rich says, my mom used to spread green tomatoes on the table in the basement. We had red tomatoes in November and December.
Really?
There's a thought. We do it in back. It's dark enough.
Have to do it in back.
We'll give it a try.
I'll try both methods.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Anything. Well, Starla sent those, right? Starla was nice enough to send us all those. And I guess it was Red Dawn too. But Starla sent us all those tomatoes, and we didn't get them in the ground until July 1st. And it's killing us. But
that's what happens.
Okay, so Sarah says, I'm in Prairieville, and they're trying to hook people up. So this is one of the good things about this. Happened out of Midwest Preparedness Festival.
Oh, is Sarah Smokey's wife?
I guess I don't
know.
I'm terrible with names, folks. So she asked me these questions and makes me look bad.
No, I just didn't know.
Oh, there's another one from Hilltop Home Place.
Hi.
Greensburg. Well, and this is how this all came about. Is where do we meet them?
Who?
Smokey and his wife.
At SRF.
That was at SRF.
Around that campfire.
And we were like, okay, I'm sorry.
You've been out of it. He left the water on in the goat and sheep pen, and I'm like looking, I'm doing the freezer and everything. I'm like, why is there all that water? And it's not even raining yet. What the heck? And I realized when I saw the river going through, like, the hose is on.
There you go. She took Chuck's class. Anyway, so we were talking to him. We're like, hey, we know somebody that lives right near you. And so we were able to hook people up. This is one of the community building things that you get by going to these festivals and doing this. I mean, if you can just make one a year, just make an effort to make it the one a year. And I guarantee you that you're going to walk away from it with new connections and some new ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And so just to mingle with everybody and all that too, just kind of see where everybody's at, where they're starting, where they're finishing, how long they've been in, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you say? I'm sorry, what?
His are taking a long time to ripen as well.
Yeah. That's not a consolation. That is frustrating.
Well, when we get done with this weekend, it's downtime. We got the holidays and stuff.
For you,
it's downtime. But I'm gonna take the opportunity.
That's my go time
to clean the greenhouse out. I had it cleaned, but the dog got in there, and
dude, the chickens are in my greenhouse.
Are there chickens in the greenhouse?
Eating the seeds. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's just.
I went out to go get the brooders and got to get them. I've got 60 chickens that'll be here. Oh, everybody, please pray. Hopefully they come in Thursday. They did get shipped out. I got confirmation they got shipped out today.
Said 24 to 48 hours.
So hopefully tomorrow or Thursday. I gave them your backup number, so just in case. And then so I'll go get everybody done. I'll get the bedding and all that. Right now I'm just trying to finish packaging freeze-dried food and find containers to get all that stuff done. I got one more load of bananas to put in.
Okay, I missed the how might Louisiana pass Arkansas for a change? Okay. Graduation from high school. Family trees with no branches on them. How is that?
I'm so lost right now. It's not,
she said that Louisiana is going to pass Arkansas.
Oh, as far as the community members, maybe.
Homestead Ridge says, looking forward to meeting fellow Kentucky folks this weekend. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun.
I don't even know what I was thinking. I told you that we were camping out there because we get so confused. We're not. We're staying in a hotel. So
many people. Oh, how many people from Louisiana are in the chat? Is she the average number of teeth per person?
Stop.
I'm sorry. That's funny.
That's my family you're talking about. Knock it off.
Okay. HG says, going to the Homestead office tomorrow. Try to up the schedule so I can finally start making some real progress on my property.
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
People building houses here in our community. We got somebody had a tiny house delivered. American Roots.
Yeah.
They had it last weekend. They got it delivered. They did a video on it.
Well, right. So that's what I asked some questions about that. That was I think that was Gypsies. And so it was on skids. I asked, we could have been confused. Like all of us get so confused. There's so much going on. You never know. But right now they're on the same property. So it's difficult to know who's doing what. And we all think everybody else's crap is our crap. So
yeah, exactly.
It's what it is. It's like, oh, you got what? Hey, can I borrow that? So it's kind of what it is.
So the cool thing about the Kentucky Sustainable Living Festival, at least my opinion, is number one, it's free. It doesn't cost anything to get in. Going to have some really good speakers, some really good pay classes. They're going to have a ton of vendors there.
You're going to have to make sure I get plenty of coffee in the morning. Shelly has a speaking at 8:15 in the morning, and we have to be checked in an hour before that.
That's fine.
And so, yeah, I'll make sure I have coffee.
So American Roots
gotcha.
Gypsy
Okay.
is building.
Right.
At Grumpy, hotel camping equals out of the coop. Okay.
Fine with that.
The thing I like about Kentucky Sustainable is you realize Jason's got over, I think last count, he told me they've got 900 people in their network in Kentucky.
That's awesome.
You know, I would love to have that kind of reach in an organization or a affiliation. I don't even know what you call it because there's nothing formal about it. You know, it's just a bunch of like-minded people. And if we could build that all over the place, he's actually trying to help Jake build that in Ohio.
I think
is that where is? I'll have to talk to them this weekend. But they're trying to spread that out. So if you guys are interested in Indiana,
mm-hmm.
if you're interested in trying to do something like that, reaching out to Jason would be my first step, because he's been doing it for years, and he can help you avoid a lot of the pitfalls and avoid all those things that take a while for you to get used to. Let's see here.
Did you see the picture of Grid Down?
In the phone feed, what they're doing up there?
Holy crap. That thing was amazing. It's like, man, someone is bringing me some blackberry starts, and they've been...
Hey, you got to speak up if you're going to read it.
I am. And they've been communicating through my hubby, but can't seem to just give him the starts to give to me. Everything is a freaking job. I don't understand either.
Somebody's got starts, and they're talking to her husband, but they don't want to give her husband the starts because he's not her. And it's a job. It's turning into a job when it should be extremely easy.
Yeah, no, we don't do that crap. We just, if you got something, whoever's present, they're the ones that get it. And I've got trees and all kinds of stuff going that G brought me. So, you know, I don't know.
You need sludge, high octane coffee. Oh, let's see. Terminator's here. I put my green tomatoes in a cardboard box in layers, and in between the layers, I use newspaper and put it in a dark, cool place.
Now we're getting into work. I just want red tomatoes like a normal person.
Like a normal person.
A normal person.
Oh, Mrs. Hacks is here. How you doing?
Aye.
Let's see. Wait, who was looking at Indiana? Jake from Dog Creek Farm is in Indiana, and
I think it's Indiana. I can go check my T-shirt if I can find it.
Okay.
Because I've got the Dog Creek Farm T-shirt. But yeah, it's somewhere in there. Indiana, Iowa, or Ohio. I think it's
Indiana. Looking forward to meeting Jason. We missed him at Back to Land last month.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's a cool cat. He really is. He got a lot of cool stuff.
I don't think Jason was at Back to Land. He didn't drive down there, did he? Yeah, he did. Him and his wife. Yep, that's true. That's true. Yep.
Let's see here. Looking forward to meeting everybody in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
In the chat, she's still hung up on me making fun of Louisiana and Arkansas. RN says we fry green tomatoes and freeze sliced green tomatoes and let a few ripen on the counter. Have to go pull some tomorrow.
Somebody told me that they have to be like starting to go
start-
orange or something like that, and there's none of that. So
this
is not automatically happening on the counter.
I was always told that there has to be some red
Like a
starting.
start,
Yeah.
right? And so so this is not, if by some miracle of God that all these tomatoes come out, I'm gonna have like massive. It'll be a week of. Remember last year when all the tomatoes came in and you were like, tomatoes are exploding. It looks like they exploded in the kitchen. It's gonna be like that because there's a lot of tomatoes out there.
Terminator got
Nice.
her addition closed in, and the husband put in our window.
Good.
I got the outside door now wiring, and it's excellent.
Nice.
You're making good progress on that.
Yeah.
Terminator.
We get Terminator over here to work on the back of the house.
We had the American Terminator this weekend.
Working on somebody else's house.
She's worked on
our house.
She's worked on
and she's like really fast and good.
Yeah, I think he's from the Evansville area. Oh man. So the plan is we've got a dinner on Friday.
A dinner on Saturday.
Dinner on Saturday.
Dinner on Saturday is at 6. So I'll leave you. Like you need to maybe go in, look at a menu, figure out what you want to eat. And I'll leave you and I'll go get our dinner. And then
she can't eat that.
I can't do distributor beef. I will get sick. It will be a nightmare. She will have to take me to the emergency room. Like no fun. So I'll just go get a chicken dish. They couldn't do it. Like they weren't being mean or anything. Couldn't be done. It was somebody, I guess whoever's doing the food, they were going to charge them like massive money to do a second meat. And that's just stupid. So when I can do it, Ian was like, just take a hot plate, Mom, and just do your own food. Like I totally could do that if we take an extension cord. I guess we don't need a hot plate. We've got the grill. We just throw some of our steaks on and then.
On what grill?
On the little deal that we have on propane.
Oh.
And then, but then the only thing I worry about is size, because if they're getting them from a distribution center, then there's probably MSG and all kinds of crap in there. So yeah. I'll just go get my own food.
Of course, with the crap we've been eating this week, I'm surprised you're not sick this week too.
Well, we had that pizza, which was so good on Saturday, because that's the deal. Whoever's Homestead you're on, they feed you. And that was so dang good. And I ate like 3 pieces. I knew I shouldn't have. I was so sick on Sunday.
Yeah, Yoda, too bad you don't know anyone who sells some freeze-dried meals that you could take.
Well, yeah, but I'd still need hot water and all that stuff. And we're at the Ag Center, so it's not going to work.
Hey, Robbie, how's it going? Welcome. Let's see. I have an idea. Use your freeze-dried food.
Y'all suck. Wait, why don't I just let somebody else cook for me and I'll go get my food? Turds.
What time?
Turds.
Speaking about being a turd, what time did you get out to the build on Saturday?
Why is that necessary?
Because some of the comments that they made were funny.
Who made?
Mike and Tag and.
Oh, were they? Because Tag kept his mouth shut, and so
he was afraid that they were picking on you too much about that, and you were going to start taking it personal.
No, I get a little irritated, but you don't know unless you live in my house what I do. And so, especially with weather, when it's raining, when, depending on how hot it is and that kind of thing, there are certain times that I can package stuff and do stuff. There are certain times that I can't. There are other times that I'm just damn tired and I require sleep. I am not that sleep 4 hours and functioning person. That is not me. It's never been. After 33 years together, you should know that. You should defend me on that.
No, I'm not defending you.
Well, then leave me alone. You just want to be left alone. Leave me alone.
I'm not defending you because you literally told me I'm not allowed to have rational conversations with you in the morning.
I do say that. Like, don't think you're making sense to me. Don't talk to me in the morning.
Hillbilly's going to be out in this area, not Kansas area, but Missouri area.
Oh, really?
Hutch has got his Homestead harvest party that he has every year.
Did you ever get the information back on the birdhouse? You never sent that email, did you?
Oh, what?
Corn Pop said.
No, I haven't had a chance to.
You've had a chance. You just.
I haven't had a chance to talk to Hutch yet.
I still just crack up laughing over that one. So, between someone supporting the retarded kid and us breaking one, the move. I don't know. Good thing we paid for him before we tried selling him.
Well, when we sold that one, it's almost paid for what we got.
How do you figure?
It paid for a third of what we got.
A third. That's not almost.
It's more than zero.
Oh, well, we'll help the kids. No problem.
Oh my God, you're so terrible, Yoda. I concur.
I
Always
didn't
say,
start it.
there's only one Laney. If you go down, the whole house cards collapses. I need my rest.
Yes. Right. And then the dogs don't help. So the dogs literally eat the down comforter. So like that was a week of feathers everywhere.
Oh, okay. That.
And then I would vacuum and then realize, oh my gosh, they got down all over. And then they're on the carpets rolling around and just having fun. And then I'm like vacuuming again. Like 4 times in one day I was done. I'm just I finished. I'm done.
I woke up. When was that? Tuesday morning? Last Wednesday. Thursday.
I don't even remember.
Anyway, I woke up, took my shower, and I come out and I had the tablet on, so the light from the tablet was shining. I was like, what the heck is all over the floor? So I flipped the bathroom light on, and there's literally feathers carpeting the entire bedroom.
It looked like the sorority house had a pillow fight, and just like there was all kinds of partying going on. And so, yeah, the dogs had a good time with that one. There's still feathers in my laundry basket.
That was an expensive quilt, too.
No.
It wasn't?
No.
You need to get another one then, because that thing was warm.
Yeah, I'll go get another one.
See, Anna Mike says, nothing wrong with working the graveyard shift. Well, and he's the one, as soon as you drove up, he was up on top in the trusses, and he turned around and yelled at everybody, night shift's here. And then the cracks started flowing.
I'm glad y'all had fun. I had fun with it. It was really funny because even Silver Lining, she had the camera. And if you watch the video, you know, she like, hey, Yoda, do you have any words of wisdom? Any advice? And I said, yeah, get your beauty sleep. And I was the one who had to go out and get ibuprofen for everybody because they were falling apart. I had my beauty sleep. I wasn't falling apart.
Who'd you get ibuprofen for?
Nikki needed it. Scott needed it. Gypsy needed it. I don't know if Mike took any. Like there was a lot of ibuprofen flowing.
Yep. There, Hillbilly says he's heading for Missouri.
Cool.
That'll be a fun get together. I'm looking. I've Ghost put out the dates for the Hanging Rock, North Carolina meetup, and hopefully it does not coincide with anything else.
I need to get dates on SRF. I only have spring dates for Midwest. I need fall dates for Midwest. Like now, our calendar is starting to book a year in advance, and so I got to get this stuff figured out.
Yeah.
The prep stock is October 11th through the 13th in North Carolina. Usually coincides with SRF. So I need to find out about that before I volunteer for any booth or anything like that.
She's Terminator's a morning person up by 5. Well, I'm up at that time too, but usually not by my own volition. Usually it's this one turning lights on, or the dog's jumping on me, or the cat sticking her head in my face. You know, and then I'm at that age where when I wake up, I'm awake, just plain and simple. Homestead Twin, bring your freeze-dried food, use the hotel coffee maker for hot water, and mix the insulated food.
I will be at the Ag Center. So,
you just want to go get Mexican food.
I do. I'm not coming in with a Mylar bag eating a $250 dinner. This is not happening. I will go get my $12 dinner, and then I will sit down like a normal person and eat.
Yes.
I'm not hiking. I'm not like shit has not hit the fan. I don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So I love Mexican food, and I only get it on the road, and I don't have to worry about feeding anybody else. I'm going to go get my freaking Mexican food. There you go. I'm doing Mexican. Okay. Y'all have your Walmart. Y'all have your Walmart prime rib. I'm having Mexican food.
Didn't know that was a thing until Billy Bond and Chef Snow did a tip for bringing hot food. Yep, we've done it before.
Yeah. A lot of the truckers do it too. So they've got their coffee pots, and if you see any of the trucker reviews on our freeze-dried food, they're using their coffee pot to heat that up.
So there's October 5th and 6th.
October. Oh, so we could do it. They would just be back
I'm not driving to Tennessee, coming back home, and then driving out to North Carolina.
We literally just did that this year.
Which is exactly why I don't want to do it again.
Gotta do
You
it.
don't want to do it again.
Well, we could cook. So, because obviously we'll be cooking Midwest than SRF. And I think they're trying to figure out food for prep stock. And so that's kind of why I was thinking about putting that on the calendar.
HG wants to know, you keep talking about this
hypothetical
normal. What's a normal person?
I don't know.
Somebody that's awake when the rest of society's awake.
There are other people in society there that are awake when I'm awake. Most of them are on meth, but it happens.
Sarah's making taquitos right now.
I love taquitos.
Skanes is going to try to go to SRF. We will be camping at SRF next spring. We're going to give it one more try.
Are we?
So no, I swear, if it rains like it did last spring, we're not doing it again.
I mean, it's spring and we're in Tornado Valley, so.
Hacks chicken and fries with queso sauce.
Yum yum. I don't know how she does it, but she does do it.
Me too. I know I have aggravated a few because I am definitely a morning person. Somebody slept right through you.
I sleep through you and dogs and all of that. Like, totally doesn't bother me. So
let's just say I'm also a night out.
She is. She can be. I don't know. I was like, I even asked her daughter, I'm like, does she ever sleep? Because she was up with me and then up before me. And it was like, holy hell.
Probably it started raining this afternoon and it's been going. It
probably started about 12:30.
And just a steady thing. It hasn't been anything really hard. And
they're expecting thunderstorms tonight, but it's awful cold. I'm not sure that's going to happen.
When I put the chickens away, it was still coming down a little bit.
Yeah.
We need it too. We need it bad.
We need more than this. We just don't need it all at once. So if we can get a good soak in this week, I'm good with that.
Tiger 13. I'm a nocturnal. Always have been. Drove my parents nuts.
Oh yeah, mine too. Mine would just go crazy. They're like, "You don't ever sleep," and I'm like, "I do. I just don't sleep when I'm supposed to. Or when you say I'm supposed to."
You and the wife can be night out buddies.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah, Faith, you guys are getting what's passing through here. It's supposed to rain here.
Oh, is it going down that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that because I need to see what clothes for Kentucky, what I need to do as far as jackets, sweaters, that kind of thing.
It's fall. Dress like it's fall.
Okay, so we live in Kansas and we were living in Missouri. If I dress in fall, then I have 3 suitcases. And you get mad by how much I'm taking.
I did not. I knew there was.
Are you skipping over that comment?
Well, no, I put this up and I'm trying to read this.
Okay.
You always overpack. You always.
That's
overpack.
not true.
The Arctic blast. Yes, I heard about that, and they said.
Yeah, that's today, isn't it?
No, it was later on in the week.
Oh, I thought it was today.
I have to go back.
Oh, maybe that's where the thunderstorm's coming from. Then.
Hey, Lady Smith, how you doing? Robbie says they got to start the generator because it's been without sun.
Oh.
They've been talking snow here since Sunday west of the Rockies. Yep. They said the high elevations are going to get snow this weekend.
Yeah.
Beginning of next week.
I don't know. My dad, they're heading for Arizona. They're at grandma's right now. Talk to dad. They went through and they said the town that our daughter moved to and our son-in-law, that it is a gorgeous town, and they got their apartment that they're renting. They're the first occupants. And so it was just newly built, and they had breakfast with Jane and them. So
nice.
Yeah. So they got to see him, and then Dad's like, Linda's sending you pictures. Is Facebook okay? And I was like, no Facebook. It's has to be text message. Like, our daughter don't play that. So
no shame. Oh, what's that say?
And liver?
No shame. And I think there's a typo there, Lady Smith.
Liver prepared Yoda? I don't.
Living prepared. I don't know.
Living prepared. Oh, being prepared. I bet that's what you're being prepared. Yeah. So like if it rains, you need extra pair of underwear, right? You need dry clothes. If it, right. If you get stuck, maybe you run out of gas or there's a problem with the vehicle, you need another day's change of clothes. Is that what she said? Over prepared.
Over-prepared.
Nothing wrong with being over prepared.
So HG says Friday is 83.67 and Tuesday 53.33. Oh joy.
Huh.
God, I gotta start getting more wood cut.
Wood.
I've got about 2 cord cut and split, but
It's not gonna do it.
I know. We'll get a work date at some point.
Well, and then now we have another person who said that they would come, and I think we just let him pull his RV in, and we can figure out have Darren come put the electrical in so he can plug in, have water, and then just have him come be with us and cut wood, level that floor back there, start on the back of the house, that kind of thing.
We'll talk about it when we get back.
Okay.
Where are we? Let's see here. Diesel went 75% so last week. It was still $3.99 at the casino today.
That's it. So make sure you go on a Nation station to get it. And it was $4.69 all over the place. And then when I saw $3.99, I knew I needed to go get
Robbie,
it before
take care.
Left. So in fact, it was really funny because there was a guy in front of me when I went to go fill up. He had a 55-gallon barrel, blue barrel, and he was literally throwing diesel in there, like filling it up. I was like, huh. Because he's just going to pump that and put it into his tank.
That's as soon as I get our tanks up and running, that's what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
What was it? Eagle Lover says your wind chill will be in the 20s next week. Oh, fun.
Yeah. So there goes 2 cords of wood. Right.
I know. I told you I need to get stuff done.
Yep. So why don't I'll just message Wes and we can plan on him coming out.
Well, I want to make it through this weekend before I make any plans.
I understand, but we're going to be back Monday morning.
All right. I want to wait.
You want to wait? You want to keep waiting till we can't do it?
Wait until after we get back, please. Too many things going on.
I just want to plan.
You can plan. You can make that plan on that long 9.5 hour drive we got. You can plan then.
You said 10.5 hours.
Well, with stops and everything.
So we only get an hour for a 9.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
What happens if there's a line? What happens if I have to fight for a breakfast sandwich?
I don't know. I'm going to leave you so you can get arrested. Okay. Skane says she paid $2.69 in Morel last week and $2.99.
That was for regular gas.
Yeah,
though,
that's
right?
regular gas.
Regular gas. Yeah, we're talking diesel. And here's the deal. The fact of it is, is that it's harvest season. Mid-70s to 80s during the day and low 60s at night in Bowling Green. Okay, cool. I can do that. So just sweaters. Cool. And hopefully that's with sunshine. That means the sun oven. We're gonna get. Oh, I can make my dinner in the sun oven.
Yeah. Paid $2.74 and I don't think we
Tennessee last week.
What did we end up paying?
So it was all over the place, anywhere from $3.69 all the way up to $4.99. And Love's always seemed to be $4.99.
Yeah. And
I was like, no, don't go there. And so it was like, I can only get the trailer in here. Like, that's how they set you up. Go to the next town. So
diesel's $3.99. It's about what it is here now.
$3.99 is what it was at the casino because there's no road taxes. But if you go into town, it's $4.69 a gallon.
Well, and that's something you guys need to watch out for. I've been doing some reading and listening to some stuff. I guess the world diesel supply is starting to get low.
So stupid. That's so dumb, and it's such a lie. It is. It's a total lie. Because even the oil barrels went down in price, and regular gas prices are not going down.
But it has to be
going
refined.
Up.
And everybody's gearing up for war or having a war. So it's going to.
What the government went all to electrical vehicles. So what do they
armies
need it
use
for?
a lot of diesel fuel.
Stupid.
Let's see here. One thing I miss about living on a farm is the 10,000 gallon underground tank. Fill when the price was down.
I would not want to fill that right now. Oh, we have to take out a mortgage for that.
Had the 310 gallon tank.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah. Our neighbors thought it was nice too.
Yeah.
They just pull in and help themselves.
Yeah. Even until we put the locks on it.
Well, then they were bringing their bolt cutters trying to cut them off.
cut the block.
No, they didn't because I caught them. Remember?
Let's see. They won't open drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. We'd be swimming in oil, associated products. Refining takes a bit of time, not that much time. Well, it's
You know what I'd really like to know? Do you guys remember when Trump was in office? No, we're so getting throttled now. There was like aircraft carriers, like ships, like not aircraft carriers. They were big ships, and they were storing all of this oil, barrels and barrels and barrels of it, because we were just bursting in oil. And then there were warehouses, and he was charging other countries to buy our oil, and it was very, very successful.
when we were
And
energy
now-
independent. Is that what you're talking
And
about?
now it's all gone. Wonder
Well,
why.
I wonder why. I wonder who got rich.
Hmm.
It's all about money.
You know who got rich.
Let's see here.
AOC isn't screaming for anybody to help her with her mortgage anymore.
We had one tractor that burned 300 gallons a day pulling it. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
See, being a large scale farmer is not an
Mhm.
inexpensive thing.
Nope.
Let's see. I would say I really want to get a gas tank with a few hundred gallons. Not sure the best way to fill it up would be.
Oh, they'll deliver it.
Yeah.
So you can order it, and they'll come deliver it and pump it in.
You got to pay a little bit more per gallon because you're paying the delivery fee. Or
It's usually wasn't it a flat road tax last time we did it? I think I just paid the road fee. It was like so much per mile.
Yeah. But you can you can either have them deliver it, or you can get one of those bed tanks, fill it up, get an electric pump, and just pump it right back into the tank.
Which I was thinking of. We need to get ours from Tag's place. We need to get that put in and get it filled up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He and I were actually talking about that.
Yeah,
last weekend.
especially at $3.99. I'd go fill that sucker up tomorrow.
Wish we were getting some rain. It's blowing out. Oh, where'd it go? It's blowing out dirt after playing with the puppies this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. We had that yesterday and the day before.
Well, and the little pen back there, that where the animals are all the time.
The
it's
drought
so
just
dry.
destroyed that.
The wind blows through there, and you get little dust tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
So you notice I put the hay bale out in the middle of that
I
field
did
so they
notice
can
that.
start spreading around.
Yeah, get some of that grass seed out there.
Tiger says 200 gallons a day for one tractor for chopping hay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's expensive.
Well, but that's why,
Used to be it
hay's
wasn't expensive.
$120 a bale. So
Used to be it wasn't expensive. That's the sad thing about it.
yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Pre-Obama, it was 96 cents a gallon for regular gas, and diesel was less than that. Diesel was always lower.
But hey, I read an article today that says that the Biden economy is doing great, even if people don't see it.
Lie to me some more, please. Lie to me some more. Maybe someday I'll just cave in and buy it. I don't know.
You guys don't believe your eyes because they're lying to you. Our betters know what's going on.
Oh man, we are so going to hell. I mean,
No, I'm not.
I just somebody had posted a comment in another feed that I was on, and I really felt bad for her. It was super sad. And she said, I finally woke up today and I realized we're in World War III. They haven't announced it, but we're in World War III. And so now I am focused. I am going to store more medical, and I am going to store more water. And, she's just going on. And my parents are now doing the same thing. And I'm like, you poor thing. You should have been doing that years ago.
Don't poo-poo people that are just starting.
I didn't say anything to her, but what I was thinking, I'm allowed to have an opinion. But I was just like, dang, you already should have that stuff stored up.
Alfalfa is $400 per ton.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Holy smoke. That explains why they were doing that in square bales. Did you see the alfalfa down off our road?
Yeah.
That explains why they were doing it in small bales.
Remember, my friend sold his diesel Volkswagen by doing you'll save so much money with diesel instead of gas. Pre-Desert Storm.
Yep.
Here, Lady Smith says rounds are $60 a round. Man, ours went up to 85.
Is that first year, second year? And then is it brome?
Yeah, Tigers, horses are nothing but black holes in the middle of a field. Then all you do is throw money down.
Yeah. Yep.
We had an 81 VW pickup diesel, 50 to 70 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, my cousin drives a diesel. He loves it.
Hard times in the land of make-believe.
Right? How does that happen? And
FJB, fine job, Billy.
Just like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how everybody can afford not to work. I don't understand that system.
Listen, this is something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Seriously. With everything that's being said, you get online, you know, your feed in YouTube is just doom and gloom, and the news is talking about World War III, and it's going to be really easy to let it start getting to you. We need to make concerted effort to not let them get to us and to keep a positive attitude and keep plugging away at what we're doing, right? Building community, looking for food security and practicing modern self-sufficiency. I was looking at my feed, and man, it was just like every other one was World War III is going to happen. We're all going to die next week. And it's just like,
the sad part about that is we grew up in the 80s. We've been in a Cold War. Every freaking day we woke up. I remember in elementary school, they were making us write letters. We had to write letters to the president. Please don't start World War III. Put the nuclear weapons down, blah, 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 you know, military. And so, you know, we had to do that. Every day you woke up and there was war. You just can't freeze. You have to keep going.
I know some of us here in chat and at this table are old enough to remember doing nuclear war drills.
Yeah, underneath the desk, remember the bombs? Yeah,
duck and cover.
Like that was going to save our butts. I don't know, but yeah, no, it just is one of those things, and maybe we'll go back to that. But what's the best way to control a population? Scare them. Just saying.
Okay, tinfoil hat time. I want you guys. In the chat, I want you to respond to this and tell me what you think. So do you guys remember back this summer whenever the Georgia Guidestones got blown up? Remember, just they mysteriously blew up in the middle of the night?
I think we know who did it.
Well, okay. What she's talking about, Darren and I were making fun of Billy Bond from Perma Pasture Farms. We were like, Billy, what were you doing the other night? Anyway, I started thinking about this, and I am really beginning to think that the system, the people of Leviathan, whoever, the one world government people are the ones that blew the Guidestones up because they wanted them erased from popular memory, because they know what they knew what they were going to try to do to us in the coming years, and they didn't want people to remember what those said and what they were about. So I think they erased them out of history. Give me your thoughts on that. Seriously, I want to know if you guys think that maybe that might be somewhere along the lines of being correct. Let's see here. Sam, I joined a group on Facebook called Christian Preppers a couple of days ago. Total shit show. So much fear.
Oh,
yeah. And that's the wrong group to be preaching fear.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, because I mean, especially with everything that we've had to do, like a lot of it, we put our faith over in God and we just let God handle it. We would have never left the old homestead and taken the leap we did if we didn't know that God had us.
Oh, it was the plastic desks is why they quit doing nuclear drills.
The plastic desks. Oh, I only remember wood desks, wood and metal. They have plastic now?
Let's see here. Didn't want us to remember we're Americans. We always wait. What were we talking about? You're on a roll tonight, man.
He also said he wasn't growing up. And I get it. Adulting sucks.
Conspiracy. They blew them up themselves, but as a start button. They don't need the Guidestones once it's officially in motion. Yeah, that's a good thought there, Faith. Skange says she's agree. I think it was not a Trump supporter. Well, yeah. But that would be 81 million people plus, because that's how many voted for Biden, right?
They,
That's how many.
They still can't get the count.
81 million people voted for Biden, right, folks? Let's see here. Grant writes, it was me. I'll say it now. I wanted them for my dungeon. Logical in this illogical mess. Yeah, it's kind of the way things are, right?
Yeah.
History has always been written by the winners, and to take control and to control population, you control the food. Simple. As Stalin, Mao, and any other of them fine leaders. Yep. Which is,
I am like shocked. So I don't know what in the world. I do not ever remember so many conversations on the radio, on the TV, movies that are being shown, all of that. I can never remember there being so much back-to-back communism and with the Nazis. Like everything has been Nazi today. Everything was Nazi yesterday. Everything was Nazi the day before. It's like everything. And I'm like, what in the world is happening? And so, basically what they're doing, they're going back to, I believe anyway, they're going back to old movies and old conversations and all of that stuff from history where they were programming your mind. And I think they're trying to get everybody, my thought is they're trying to get everybody over to back Hamas and that it's right to go ahead and take out Israel. This really concerns me.
yeah,
it really does. I mean, this is not good.
I read the book and I know how that turns out.
I mean, it's just insane.
So somebody said something earlier up here. Where was it? The goal is to erase all of history and to make us scared to trust anyone except them.
Right.
And then you started talking about the Nazis, and it got me thinking. Godwin's law. Godwin's law is anytime you're losing an argument, revert to calling the person a Nazi. So the quicker an argument goes to you're a Nazi or this is a Nazi, and this is on our side too. The quicker it goes to being a Nazi, the less relevant your argument is. So we need to be more cognizant of when we use that, because there are a lot of good parallels. I mean,
more of the left are throwing that word out, and so now we've all become Nazis, so we have no credibility. And it's really just weird to me and really
funny
strange.
Because they're the fascists. They are the Nazis.
I mean, but they've changed meanings before, right? And so it's like they're trying to do it again. And it's just bizarre. The whole thing's bizarre.
Yeah. Orwell's 1984 wasn't in. Some people think it was.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Hey, there's a KYG. He's there. Let's see here.
Yeah. Speaking of insurrections, the insurrection that happened, was that Thursday or Friday? And I had somebody ask me about it. What did I think? And I said,
the insurrection.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. They had.
When they stormed the Capitol.
Congresswomen. Well, last week, they had congresswomen standing up, storm the Capitol, and back Hamas and, kill Israel and doing all this other crap. Well, folks, I mean, just go back to your Bibles. Israel, without Israel, we're toast. Bend over and kiss your butts goodbye.
Okay, since you guys are talking about this, the word terrorism is being thrown around a lot. Okay, you guys, some of you probably already know this, but the textbook definition of terrorism is the illegal use of violence or the threat of violence to influence somebody politically. Okay, the keywords there are unlawful use. So Hamas is a terrorist organization. By definition, Hamas uses violence unlawfully. It's not
against their own people even.
It's unlawfully state sanctioned because Iran sponsors it, and you could consider the Palestinian Authority a state too, but it's unlawful because they're targeting women and children and people that
they hide behind their women and children.
You don't want to target. So as you hear these people talk about terrorism, you're going to hear, "Oh, Americans are terrorism. You guys are terrorists." we need to know what the meaning of that is so we can counter it.
Mhm.
Hamas is a terrorist organization, and anybody that expressed support for them, you need to be very wary of. I would not trust them further than I could throw them.
And a lot of them are in your government. They're
Yeah.
holding office. That should scare the hell out of you. Just be aware. Get them out.
Okay, so let's go up. Okay, I'm wondering how the Dems are going to sell this war. Their side supports Hamas, Palestinians, but that meanie Russian, Chinese, and Iranians are supporting them too. So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a Angolan here. I just can't figure out what it is.
Hey, All American, how you doing, man?
A lot of talking to my dad today, and then talking to some other people. They tried several times to break our country, and monetarily, and there's a lot of things that they filled out. The bank run, getting all of the money out of the banks, they failed at that. The COVID shot, they failed at that. Here, let's give everybody a stimulus package. Don't go to work, we're shutting things down. They failed at that. And so the last alternative, I don't think this is the last alternative, but now we've got war going on. And I've heard several people going back to World War II and that kind of thing. Oh, war is great. It gets us out of a recession and blah, blah, blah. Gets us out of a depression, World War II. No, it does not. It does not. This is a lie, an absolute lie. So we will be in more debt. There's more trillions of dollars that our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren are going to have to make up for. And we will see the suffering in this. I already saw what they're talking about doing with Social Security for 2030. We will suffer. We will.
History lesson. The left did a great job of propping up FDR as a good president. He's probably arguably one of the worst presidents the United States has ever had. But they teach the lie in school that World War II got us out of the Great Depression.
It did not.
It did not. What got us out of the Great Depression was the end of World War II. Whenever the servicemen came home and the economy took off again.
Everybody went back to
Up
work.
until that point, the government policies extended the Great Depression way past the point. It should have been over by the mid 30s. But thanks to government policies, it kept it going and almost broke the country in World War II. If you go back the seventh war bond drive, they do a really good job in the movie Flags of Our Fathers talking about this. The seventh war bond drive was a last ditch effort because people were losing interest in World War II and the country was going broke. The country did not have enough money to finish out the war. That's why it was so important for the seventh war bond drive to work and be successful. So, and we're headed down the same path, right? Okay. The superior being, however, ever calls themselves the chosen ones. Yep, but somebody's got to be right.
Yeah, I don't know about that because the Bible only talks about one chosen. And so I don't know. I guess it depends on what Bible you're looking at and what you're doing. But
okay, Wes showed up. Let's see. This afternoon, Monkey Works saw a very brief news headline saying something about a drone attack on one of our carriers. I think. Well, they've been trying in the
Middle East.
The Houthis have been launching missiles that I think it's the USS Carr, has been intercepting the missile. Okay, my biggest issue with men with big lifted blackout trucks with their Ranger up shirts seem to have no ideas what's coming,
right,
and don't have an interest in learning role playing. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. A lot of vets shy away from that stuff. And they because they've been there, they know what it's like, But I agree with you there, country. Let's see. The enemy of my enemy is still likely a threat. Absolutely. Oh yeah, I saw this too, Tigress. There was a test nuke at the Nevada site on the 18th. Find out information. Yeah, within hours of the Russians saying that they were canceling the Universal Test Treaty, the United States blew a nuke up just to show them that
we had them.
FAFO, I basically is what it was. Let's see here. We were correct on the war. Yeah. Let's see here. A lot of millionaires were made during the Depression era. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have that wherewithal. Problem is work ethic for a lot of people is just not there.
Recognizing for 10 years that nothing is off the table except the unexpected as the desperation grows. So I was listening to the FBI whistleblower, and I can't remember his name, for Fast and Furious. And I may have talked about this last week. But he was in fear for his life after he blew the whistle on the government sending guns down to Mexico. And one of the things he said was he would send his wife and child off to school before he started his car because he didn't want them getting blown up. Because what he said was, knowing what they're capable of is one thing, but understanding what they're willing to do
Is another.
Is a completely other subject. And it concerned him enough that he thought he was a dead man walking. Well, thank you very much, Faith.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Let's go down to the bottom. Let's see here. I wish we could mandate that anyone voting for war would volunteer to go first. I don't care if it's 80-year-old senator, you go first. I have a draft age son. I ain't playing. They're nuts.
Well, now they're talking about drafting girls too. And that just really ticks me off. Tried drafting my daughter. This mom's going to fight. My daughter-in-law, this mom's going to fight. My grandbabies, this mom's going to fight. I will be my mother with a station wagon, smuggling my children up to Canada. Watch me.
Divorced at that point.
Watch me. I will do it. Just her actions. I would do that.
I live 60 miles east. They did this one down by the Vegas, so the shit went west over AZ and not us. Well, good. That's good. The radiation.
I know, but that reminds me, we need to get those tablets. We need to get those tablets in our bags for Kansas or for Kentucky.
I suggest to y'all to set yourselves up to do as those who made money during any of these crises. Do as the rich do, not as they say. Absolutely.
Right. And what do the rich say the best? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
This is true. But okay, so we're on an hour here. What else do we want to talk about?
Oh, I'm not sure. Just Kentucky Sustainable Living. Make sure you guys go check that out. Make sure you see what they've got going on. I know they're recording. We're welcome to share some stuff. So I'm not sure. I don't think they have digital pass, but so we'll kind of get some recordings and some stuff in there. Definitely come out and see us if you can. Doesn't cost you anything. So if you're in the area, come on by. New York draft riots. What?
Read the whole thing.
During the Civil War should look like a picnic compared to the citizens' response to another draft. Yeah. And, oh, gosh. Okay. So, New York. So this weekend, it was either this weekend, Matt Walsh was talking about it on his show. And I listen to conservative radio. And when he started with this, I'm like, what in the world? And they had the parade marshal. Everybody was celebrating that this was the youngest marshal ever.
Oh my God,
in history. And so I'm sitting there, I'm listening to this. I'm like, okay, what is the big deal? And this little girl, she had her little dog wrapped up in blue and was all pretty and going down in the marshal thing. And he said, and then he got to the point where the parents started bragging about their son and his journey to becoming a girl. And he broke it down the best. And I absolutely loved it. We have actually allowed Munchausen syndrome to become legal. We are allowing parents to do Munchausen syndrome on their children. If they think that they need to be another gender, tell me how a 5-year-old who doesn't know about the world can actually decide if they want to be male or female.
Parents, especially, I'm going to say this, left-leaning parents use their children as political props. It's just plain and simple. And it's some of the things they do. These kids are sickening.
And if you think about it, when all this crap started and really started coming out in politics and affecting politicians and all of that, all of a sudden you don't hear about Munchausen syndrome anymore. And so I thought that was very, very interesting. And I was floored by it. I was like, wow.
Okay. I agree with the sentiment of Sam about the draft rights. And I agree with Hilltop's stance. But here's something to think about, guys. So the FBI in 2018 released a memo, and this is just one Islamic organization in the United States. One single Islamic organization had 22 sites where they were teaching militant Islam in the United States, within the United States. There are Hamas cells in the United States right now. And I guarantee you that if those cells activate, that people will be clamoring for a draft so that they can go fight and avenge whatever they do. I guarantee it's going to happen. Because think about that. That's just one organization with 22 sites. How many other sites out there that we don't know about? I guarantee it. I know they're on all 50 sites. I know this from working for the DOD. I've seen maps of stuff like this. And I know that every single state has these organizations that support these terrorist groups.
Kansas City has them.
Oh yeah, Kansas City's got them.
In fact, we've even been in their apartment complexes.
Yeah,
that was the strangest, weirdest stuff I had ever seen in my life.
Well, tell them that story.
We were on a missionary trip. I taught ACT teens, and so I had the girls, and they had to pick a missionary trip. And so, what did they want to do? So we decided to do a book fair and that kind of thing. And we were going to take it down to a church that was struggling, and he was dealing with a lot of Muslims, to the point that the main guy, there were 4 different sects there, and then the main guy, he would actually come into the church and take inventory when it started to see how many of his people were in there. And then people have been known to be killed and disappear, flown back to their countries and disappear. And so Pastor Omar said we need to split up. So because we would not be able to affect everybody if we stayed together, because in those areas, the terrorists, they will actually stop you. If you're Christian, they will stop you and consume you. And luckily G was with me. You were with me. Mm-hmm. And then we had some of the other girls, and they sure did. So he's in an apartment, and he's got computers on shelves everywhere, the whole 9 yards. He sits us down in chairs, and they were just like the fold metal chairs, sits us down in chairs and literally consumed the entire time. We could not go to any apartment, pass anything out during that time that we were with him. And one of the girls, she looked at me, and Rachel goes, Mama A, Mama A. And I was like, what? And she said, look at the computer. And so I looked at the computer, and it was ISIS files. And we knew, we were like, holy hell. And so then that's when I was like, gee, we need to go. We need to go.
Well, and what they do is they engage you in conversation to take up all your time so that you won't go to all these other doors.
Right.
And we sent the girls out and stayed there and talked to him to keep him busy for a little bit.
So he couldn't do it to anybody else. But yeah, no, that was okay. Terrible.
Let's see here. If they were to stay here, then maybe a draft, but it won't be. It'll be sending our kids to fight someone else's war to make money off tons of leads. Screw that. Absolutely. And I say that as somebody who did that for a living for 10 years.
Yeah, you also came home 2 years ago and said I'd been lied to my entire life.
Yeah, my entire adult life was based on a lie.
Yep.
My country lied to me. And I'm not the only veteran that feels like that.
Oh, no, they're so wrong.
Especially a lot of us old Cold War warriors.
Yeah.
And
ironically, not just on our side. Now that Sonny talked,
yep.
It's not just America's side. We've all been lied to.
I watched a short the other day that mentioned that the U.S. is the only country that promotes men are women. In other countries, they are lady boys. Well, we're cutting edge. What can I say, Cindy?
Yeah. There's also some countries like this very Hamas that, everybody wants to go in and save. They kill any of their children that think that they're gay, transvestite, anything like that. They kill them.
That's why queers for Palestine is such a weird thing.
So weird.
These people don't understand that
they will murder you when you step foot on the ground.
You'll get thrown off.
Right.
I actually saw a video of it today of a guy leading a pro-Palestinian rally, and he was in a dress. The guy was literally in a dress,
Yeah.
and the commentator, I think it was Liberal Hive Mind, was like, they will throw you off the top of a building. You can't make this stuff up. Or maybe
you know
Sky
what would
News.
be great? Here's what I think. All of the queers for Hamas or for Palestine, whatever they're calling it, here's what I suggest. You all get on a plane and you go do your rally right there in Palestine. And then while you're at it, head over to Iran. Tell Iran exactly how you feel. Go do it. Go do it. Come on. Do it.
If the war is not on our continent, then the draft is just for money. If the war is here, they won't need a draft. I would re-up either way. I'll fight with my friends. I'll let you. Yeah. Okay. Cells in the U.S. are why we have a 2A. If anyone thinks government will come help the people against the T's, they're batshit insane.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not happening. The government is not here to save you.
So just on that topic, there might be a live tomorrow night at 7 on our channel.
Oh.
To discuss that very topic.
Which one?
The
2A?
Cells in the U.S. are why we have 2A.
Oh, yeah.
Because the question has arisen.
Mm-hmm.
Whose responsibility is it to defend the republic? And
Ours?
it's all based on a response I got from some doofus whenever I did one of my anti-gun control videos.
We the people.
Well,
we the people are responsible.
The state. Hold on, you don't.
Oh,
so I don't know if we're going to have this or not. It's still.
We're like-minded. I forgot.
It's still up in the air. Well, you heard the conversation this weekend. You're saying right there. Tag and I were talking.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
But we might have it. So just hang tight. And I know I said I wasn't going to do any before this was all over, but this topic came up and I really wanted to get it.
Needs to be done.
Yeah, I really wanted to get it taken care of and get it out of the way.
Rabbit, I wouldn't just put Americans. There's several people from different countries that have come here that have not adapted to the American ways. So I would not just say Americans. It's people that want to be citizens of the states, I guess, citizens of the country that want to be, don't want to bring their crap here. Because now we got, the Muslims that want to put in there. What was that one that was really strict? They were trying to do like an entire Sharia law. They were trying that in Missouri. It was freaking ridiculous. Like, no, it's not happening. And they had one of the best barbecue joints out there. Like, you're seriously going to take that over? No.
Yeah, post that on Freesteading. Freesteading, for those that don't know, Free Speech Alternative, Facebook and YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's free. It's free to join. Mm-hmm. Get on the state site. Yeah. Say hi. Guarantee you'll meet somebody. Right. Most of you guys have heard this before.
Yeah, right. A true American. Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that.
But get on there and post these things on there and
Wes, I saw you were late, and it's okay. He was talking, so it's fine being late. But what you totally missed is I'm totally putting you to work. And in fact, I told G, like, when we get back, we're going to try to plan. I think you need to just bring your camper up here while you're off work for a little bit. We'll figure out, have Darren come in, put a plug in for you. We've got water for you. We can do all that. And then we may just have you out here in the community, and you just hop community and help everybody. But we need like firewood, and we need the propane generator done, and the flooring needs to be leveled, and the back of the house. So if you're off, we'll use you. I'll house you. I'll feed you. I feed G one more. It's not gonna hurt. So Michigan is a what? Muslim what?
Muslim state now.
Is it? Doesn't surprise me.
Dearbornistan. Yeah, it's
doesn't
bad.
Surprise me.
They brought us Talib and that other crazy.
Well, Beetlejuice is up there just running all kinds of stuff. So,
Beetlejuice.
Isn't that the...
No, that was the ex-mayor of Chicago.
Oh, was that? Beetlejuice was in Chicago.
Homestead Twins says not in the Upper Peninsula. Oh yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing to hide bodies in up there, man.
Like right now, everybody should have an excavator.
Fight.
Run from the government so you can fight.
I saw a video of an Uber driver whose fare was from Syria. Showed him his UNID and told him to give him a phone and told him to go to a certain city and wait. It's a matter of time. And I don't want to sound negative. Seriously, I don't. I don't want to. I just said something about all the fear mongering, so I don't want people to think that. But I do want people to be vigilant. You know, a lot of us in the chat don't live in the big cities for a reason, and so these things aren't going to affect us as much. Mm-hmm. But we need to understand that it's definitely a possibility, and at this point in time, it may be a probability. You know, so we need to keep our minds focused, and we need to going and moving in the right direction and doing what we need to do to get ready for these things, right?
Mm-hmm. WA said he's up for that. He's just got to figure out a way to move it. So I don't know if it's a bumper tow or fifth wheel. We don't have a fifth wheel, but I bet we got somebody in the community so I will call you.
Yeah, that was several years ago.
Didn't she? And she got like a slap on the wrist, right? I don't ever remember her.
Or was that? Or am I thinking of the incident in Arizona? I don't know. They're out there.
Weird stuff. Yeah,
they're out there.
People need so much attention. Hey, KY Goat Man.
Can't wait to get. Well, we need to get you out. Get you guys someplace safe.
Yeah.
Safe-ish. Yeah. Safer. Yeah, because
around community. If you
the country's not safe either.
You just got to get around community where we're all going to stand up.
Yeah.
We already got county commissioners on notice, so they know we're here.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the vote comes. See what happens. We're
Speaking
actually
of getting
about
things ready,
some people in.
I am one step away from getting our first water catchment in because I got the big 350-gallon IBC set in place. I just need to build my first flush system and plumb it all out, and we will be capturing water.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear the water running down the downspouts today, and it's driving me nuts.
I know, and we're going to hear it all week.
Oh my God!
Luckily, we leave on Friday, so
because
you won't be able to work on it. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow and Thursday.
Well, and I got to
get the trailer loaded. There's a lot.
I got to get the first flush system, the parts for it, so I can build it.
We'll go get it.
So if you don't know what a first flush system is on your rain catchment, the water goes down the spout, and you have a thing on there to filter out any leaves or big debris that's there, and then it goes down a tube called the first flush, and it fills up. And as that fills up, it catches all that initial sediment that's coming out the drain pipe, and then by the time it starts going into your water catchment, it's clean.
Yeah, the man in the high castle. Yeah, you had some interesting things to say about the man in the high castle. That thing's going fast.
Yeah, it is. You guys are tearing up the chat tonight. You're making it hard to follow. And when the hordes finally have to get out this way in my area, they'll be starving and so malnourished that they won't even be good for long pork. Hey, I just did that video on the mini chainsaw. It has many uses. Brian Griffin asked me if it could be used on trick-or-treaters, and I was like,
I couldn't believe that. I'm like, seriously. And then you entertained it. I was like, oh, thank God it's Halloween, because that would have been so bad.
HG says first. I'd like to do that on the next election. Oh
yeah,
absolutely.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep. So, okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Where are you going?
Do I have to announce it to everybody? I'd like.
What are you doing? Where are you going? Where are you going? I think somebody's she is not going for a cancer stick. So good for her. I'm so real BFE isn't even on the map. Well, and I said it before, I'll say it again, guys. Rural America, the whole children of the corn aspect of it all scares the hell out of city people. And they okay. And I noticed that you yelled that too. You typed that all in caps there, Eagle Lover. So just so everybody knows, I did not say it. Oh, see, you made me lose my train of thought. Faith K, my town has 300 people. I think that includes the cows. Been there Told my wife at the last place, the next stoplight they got in town, we were leaving. When they got a third one, we were leaving. Yeah, see, Brian, you got to get the one with the 8-inch bar though. It's more versatile. It sounds like my town I want to move to. You know, Mrs. Ghetto, they are nice. There are some. What's the word? I'm going to use the word drawbacks, but that's not necessarily the right word. You know, first everybody's related in those small towns. So if you're not related to somebody, you know, chances are you're talking to somebody that's related to somebody. And at least in the Midwest, they've got it's called the oh my gosh, something pioneer spirit, where if you don't grow up and you're not a local, you will never be part of the community. And we saw that at our last place, right? You know, but it's okay. Okay, where are we? Sounds awesome. Youngest brother lives in that area. Let's see here. Wes's truck is a bumper pull, and he's got a blown gasket. Yes, we had that discussion this weekend. Let's see here. Main reason I'm not unhappy about leaving the North Shore of New Orleans, the hordes will be flowing across the bridge within a week after they've looted everything. Yeah, that's we saw a precursor for that during Katrina, didn't we? By the way, hold on a second. Before you say anything, I am not the one that typed in all capital letters in the chat. She said she's going to the restroom.
Oh, whatever. Didn't I have like a box already open of toilet paper?
I don't know.
So now I'm worried because I only have one case back there and it's closed. So if I open that up, I got to order more.
Well, I told you to start ordering more anyway.
I thought that, how much do I have in the outbuilding?
Several.
I'll go count. I'll count tomorrow.
She's asking about toilet paper. So we have lived out in the country for the past 12 years, somewhere around there. And we started buying toilet paper in bulk long before COVID hit. And so it's nothing for us to keep 2 or 3 cases of toilet paper just because it's such a pain in the butt to go buy this stuff. You know, and as soon as we get all the storage areas set up here, we're going to go back to having that type of storage.
I'll actually be able to find stuff.
Okay. So where were we?
I lost people already.
LO is doing come out here unless there's a troop for backup. Well, it's what, 45 minutes to an hour before the sheriffs can get out here if they're on the other side of the county?
No, they're right up there, about 15 minutes. Well, the dirt road's going to slow them down a little bit. So let's see, fire department takes 30 minutes. So I guess 40 minutes.
Where did that one come from?
But we also have backup for sheriff's department. So
yeah, I'm not worried about.
We're fine. We're fine right where we're
coming out here.
Yeah.
They were talking about saws. That's where the obsidian life came.
All right, y'all have fun with
it. It has lots of saws. Okay, let's see here. Now she's going to go smoke a cancer stick. It's first because as a pastor in town, or there are 2 other churches too, not including the Amish, so can't do anything out there. I do go outside and scream obscenities at the yippee dog.
I bet that raises some eyebrows.
Yeah, Angela said she bet that raises some eyebrows. Let's see here. I miss living on the North Shore up Lee Road. I think that the bridges may end up inoperable during the. Yeah, that's a thought too. Okay, let's see here. Another nice pun. Toilet paper is such a pain in the butt. Well, if you're used to wearing to using the government issue, yeah, that's absolutely 100% truth. Hey, saw your solar stuff today. That was awesome. Can't wait till you can share that with everybody. Let's see here. Let's go back down. Let's see here. Oh, they're talking about getting the stuff done. Tag, we were talking about the truss hanging video. Everybody really liked that. Felt good too. Felt really good. I did end up hurting myself though. Somebody asked me how my arm strength was, and so I grabbed the straps on the telehandler and was lifted about 10 feet up in the air before I realized that it was making my shoulder hurt extremely painfully, and so I let go. So I've been dealing with that for the past 2 days. So we need to make sure we pay attention to these things before we start hanging off of telehandlers like an idiot. In fact, if you watch the video about hanging the trusses, there's a part where they're talking to Tag about his sawhorses, and if you look in the background, you can see right before I grabbed onto those stupid straps. So be on the lookout. I'm all the way in the background. Yes, God, if doing X hurts, don't do it. Absolutely. Oh goodness. Okay. So what else you guys got you want to talk about tonight? There's so much going on in the world. So much. I mean, we could go on for hours about Second Amendment issues. Oh, speaking of that, show of hands. Anybody that's been following this Larry Vicker story where he pleaded guilty and is looking at 25 years in the federal pen for gun charges by the ATF. You guys been following this?
Wasn't that his stupidity?
Well, there's more to it than that. So the news made it sound like that he was going to jail, and the charges were because of the shotgun kits. Somebody did. So it was Johnny B. Johnny B did a video today where he had done some digging, and he read the indictment, and most of the charges that he's getting charged with are sanction violations because of his involvement with Kalashnikov USA, and it was the technical designs for the AKs. Whenever Obama administration banned AKs from being imported, like within 24 hours, they started Kalashnikov USA, and miraculously, they had the what are they called, TDPs, technical design flight plates or something like that. But within 24 hours, they had those up and running in the United States. So I guess this investigation has been going on for about 8 years.
Wow.
But they do have a list of everybody that bought one of those kits, and they are going to houses, and they are.
Yeah, didn't one guy have the ATF show up?
They are confiscating them and telling people to be looking for charges, possibly.
Wow.
So they're 100% serious about this. And like Johnny B said, all anti-gun laws are unconstitutional. You have to say that before you start talking about this Larry Vickers case or something like that, because bad laws will end you up in prison just as quickly as good laws, right? It's just the world we live in. Let's see. If it hurts, it means we need to improve these skills. Well, yes. If hanging off a telehandler by load straps is a skill that needs to be developed, then I will improve that skill. In retrospect, it was one of those things like who said it up there earlier? If it hurts, don't do it. Let's see here. Oh, they're finally getting some rain down by Hillsdale. Shall not be infringed. Simple. Yep. Wasn't John wrong one? Where is it? Man, you guys I can't even click on stuff. Wasn't John Hancock a smuggler? Sounds like Larry did something patriotic. Well, there's an argument to be made there.
Right.
There is an argument.
Right.
It was very cute. I'd kick her.
A cute little short.
Oh, I missed the first part of that one. Okay, there was some hubbub about a state wanting to force sales at 3. Yes, who was that? Was it Illinois? I read that
Wouldn't
yesterday.
surprise me.
So they want 3D printers to go through NICS check because they could be used to print certain things that people are scared of.
When most people are just doing freeze-dried plastic. Just insane.
Must have been mixed. Any number of things. Unfortunately, way too common. See, I missed the first part of that. First part of that thing. Faith Kit's always. I'm not saying it was Illinois. I'm just saying if I'm trying to remember because I did not read the article in full. I kind of skimmed it over, and was like, yeah, kind of figures. Kind of figures. It's the same reason why we got to take our shoes off at the airport because some jackhole made bombs in his shoes.
What?
Well, Sam, they've talked about that too. They've talked about doing X checks for CNC machines, having to register them. I would love to get hold of one of those. What?
A what? You'd love
A
to get
CNC machine?
What's a CNC machine?
Computer. What is it? CNC.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
It's a automated milling machine.
Oh.
I can't remember. Computer something. I don't know what the CNC stands for. Let's see here. Tag says hammers. Hammers are dangerous too.
They are in Australia. Ask Homestead Oz.
I do think, not sure though. And why are you still driving? I haven't flown since 2002.
Why? Yeah.
I had a job. I had a job where
you had to fly.
I was flying out once a month for a week at a time for
Yeah.
about 2 years. And
That was a pain in the butt.
it was after 9/11 and I finally got sick of it and I said no more. Ermagerd, my sawmill will help build a trebuchet. Guess that needs to be banned. Well, you know what? You better not talk too terribly loud about that because if they can't ban it, they'll tax it. There it is. Computer numerical control.
Oh.
I have something in my right hand now. They can come and do a check. I'm not sure I want to know, Rabbit.
Oh my God. Oh Lordy.
Ban nails, screws, and nuts and bolts while we're at it.
All right. Yeah.
You know, you guys are joking, but eventually there's going to come a day when anybody practicing modern self-sufficiency is going to be on their radar.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure we already are.
Let's see. I flew 2 weeks before I got married in December. That's it. Even all the going back and forth between Louisiana and Buffalo. Yep. Bad laws will end up putting you in prison just as good. Yep. That's a fact. That is absolutely a fact. Ban all tools. Well, then we'd have to ban all the people in Congress.
So I got that.
I see what you did there.
Oh,
McDonald's
man.
straw offers amazing hitting power with a gooey spit wad. Oh, you guys are on a roll now. Ban all. Well, isn't that what TVs are for? Tag. Rescue had a great graphic on his live this morning, and it was 2 kids sitting like with a light shining on them, and one kid was laying on the floor in front of a television, and it just had a black shadow covering him up and going up the wall. The other kid was sitting there reading a book, and behind her was a castle and a dragon and a spaceship in the shadow, and it perfectly showed what happens between the kids that are watching TV all the time and the kids that are reading books. And
Well, be careful what books they're reading too, because that makes a difference. You still have programming in books.
I have my drink in my hand, bunch of perverts around her. Yeah. She is kind of pervy.
Oh.
Yeah, rabbits. You know the picture I'm talking about. You saw it. Yeah, I need to get him to send that to me because it's a great picture. Chicken wire staples with a badass rubber band. There you go. That's old school. Let's see here. There's a Doctor Who episode about an NT sucking brain power and life force from people in front of the TV. Well, isn't you know?
It was one of the best ways the CIA was able to figure out that they could actually brainwash people. And so it was by going to movies and doing all of that. And then TV came about, and then they could do that. And so not a conspiracy theory, it's actual fact. And now those documentaries are out. So it's pretty amazing what they've been able to do through that.
Well, I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but during the 60s and 70s, the CIA actually had operatives working in all the major newspapers in the United States. And they would guide what
got shown.
They've been doing psychological operations against the United States, the citizens of the United States, forever, since the day that they went live. KYG, you go get some sleep. Go get your beauty sleep.
Not bad.
Everybody needs their beauty sleep, don't they?
Everybody does. Especially I bet he's got school tomorrow.
Yeah. Can Squatch says they still got people in there. Would not surprise me.
Yeah, actually, I worked with somebody who actually worked for the CIA, and that's what she did. She was a reporter.
Cheryl? No, she ran the print shop.
Yeah, but she had to go through all of any reports they were going through, and she approved them or disapproved them. She
printed off all the daily briefings for the president and did all that stuff.
What got put out, what didn't get put out.
Actually, kind of cool. Yeah, Project Mockingbird is one of them. There was a Simpsons episode. Yeah, the Simpsons are kind of prescient. They did a lot of stuff. Okay.
Let's go learn about what our country screws with us about. But let's watch The Simpsons.
We installed a huge 81 kilowatt solar system today. It was so easy.
Yeah, I saw that.
It looked good too. It looked really good.
Love to have it. We just can't afford it.
Okay, where did you get your water bills from? And can you speak on your plans on your system setup? Sure. So we've got the IBC totes, and you can just go on Craigslist and find them locally. Yeah. And we've also got a bunch of blue screw top barrels that came from
Johnsonville.
So
you can look for anybody processing the sausage and that kind of thing. All of their casings come in a food grade barrel, and so you can use those. There's all kinds of stuff. We store a lot of stuff in those.
And water catchment, whether you're doing it in a small barrel or a great big 10,000 gallon barrel, is basically the same. It's a matter of like I said, doing the first flush, so you're getting all that particulate out. Then it needs to go into a container that will keep algae from growing. And if you're using the IBC totes, you need to either paint the tote, or I like wrapping it in a 2 mil black plastic and using duct tape.
Sure, I thought those were 9 mil.
No, they were. I think the last one were 4 mil, but they weren't very thick.
You must have bought them.
But anyway,
usually I buy 9 mil.
Anyway, so you wrap it up. You want to make it so it's dark. That way the algae doesn't grow. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to try hanging them off at every single one of the buildings and make it so that at any given time we've got several thousand gallons of water available to do the animals or do whatever we need water for, and it's not potable until it's filtered, but like big houses, Go Tag's got a great video about his water system.
Yeah, his is pretty cool. He's got a lot of filters.
He's got the UV filters and he's got physical filters and everything. He's got a great video about that. Go check it out. But it's a matter of scale. He's getting 30,000 gallons at a time, where the most we're going to get in any given container is 1,000. We got 1,000 gallon barrel out there that I need to get set up and fixed.
Was that just 1,000? I thought it was more than that.
That white one,
the one that goes in the bed of my truck.
Yeah,
I think it's more than that.
A Central Rainwater Heart, a guide to home scale system design, suitable basic. Yes, good call there. I've actually read that one. But yeah, and get it. You have a filter system in case you need it. If the grid water goes down, you don't have a pump. At least you'll have a backup of some sort.
And if you get your sun ovens, you can also purify water in there.
Yeah. Finally got single wide off the Homestead hauled away for free. I'm going to be tearing this stupid trailer apart. Yeah. See, Rabbit says he uses rainwater system for gardens and the chickens, and we used at the old house. We used it for the chickens and the garden and the goats and sheep
and the hogs.
And the hogs too. That's right. So yeah, you can supplement. You can supplement it, no problem. And I can't wait until we get the well running, because I'm going to put one of those float systems on the stock tank, so that I don't have an incident.
It's going to be huge.
So I don't have an incident of running the water out of the tank like I did today, because it's not the first time.
I've done it though too.
Well, they're talking about seawater coming to Louisiana. Found out this has been going on for 20 years. They're talking about local rivers being affected.
Ooh.
Yeah, the brackish water that's been moving up the Mississippi through the Delta. That's a huge thing.
Berkey. Get your Berkey.
Energy issue is our time. Good for you. Yep. I have a 24-foot above ground pool. Like mine holds over 12,000 gallons of clean, fresh filtered water. Excellent.
The pool is filtered?
How's that work in the wintertime, though, Rabbit? Do you have a problem with it freezing, or do you use a tank heater or something on it?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think I would filter that some more,
but we always got that in Intercoastal. It was always fun when the dolphins would come up and visit.
Yeah, that's pretty normal though, because I remember that in San Diego too.
HG says I did a full live class based on that book, given by the authors, and have access to a really detailed, fancy system design spreadsheet tool. Cool, that is awesome. Both his setups are off grid. That's okay. It's interesting how most properties out here are on rural water districts, unless you live close to town. In NorCal, you're on a well. Well, they made a huge effort to get rural water out here back in the 60s and 70s.
And now they got no meters, so you have to be on a well.
Yeah. Okay. Take it down below the intake. Okay, I missed where that comment came from.
The probably on your well comment. The first flush. The
first flush is you always put the first flush down below the intake. And then you have the outlet lower than the intake pipe. So when it overflows, it does that.
I'm very good about not asking for permission, Tag. You know that. It's easier to ask for forgiveness. Just is.
We need to challenge ourselves to remove all permission. Yeah, we had that the morning we did the video about everybody after Midwest Preparedness Festival. Tag and I had that very conversation about a certain aspect of our lives where we're to the point now to where we just need to do things, right? It's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is permission anymore. Yep. Well,
Kiwi, I thought you went to bed.
Yeah.
Now he's going to bed.
Yeah. Well, Faith, you can put a water system in without modifying anything, really.
Yeah, no, for sure you can.
They've got water diverters that have a clean out thing. So the water comes down and the big leaves and everything hit it and chucks it out. So you can put one of those on and have the starts of water catchment.
So B and I, so actually Tag and B, they had the tower that they did that was water catchment from the top of the house. And they didn't, at that point, they did not alter anything. B and I, if we needed water, we would just go out and there was a little faucet that I could hit. And then I had the hose and we would get the water and make sure we turn it off. Just keep an eye on everything. And it worked just fine. And then had the Berkey going. So we were able to get drinking water and that kind of thing. It was fine. You don't have to alter a lot. What you have to do is alter the convenience, if that makes sense. So it's not going to be on demand the way that you have it now. You can make it that way if you alter
So
things in your
HG
house.
says the problem with the first flush, you got to drain and clean it after each rain event, or it can actually become stagnant and put some contamination back in the main tank. If you design it right, that's not necessarily true. The one on our old house, I had to clean once a year because the way I developed it, or the way I put it in, was there were holes around the bottom of the first flush that would cause the water to drain out. It was they were around the edge, and then they were in the bottom, so it was always draining water out. So it never had water standing in it, you know. And then once a year I'd have to go and clean out because we had an asphalt roof, and you get those little particulates of asphalt in the water, in the runoff. But yes, you do have to clean them out at least periodically. If you got it set up wrong, then after every main event. Let's see here. No drains by the garden, go underground halfway out in the field. So yeah, you would have to do it. Leaf eater, water from the gutter hits that first. 2 screens, one for big leaves, one fairly fine. Huge help. Yeah, I was pricing those things. Those systems can get expensive quick if you're not careful, you know. And it's my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, HG, but some of those gutter guard systems do not work very well. Okay, my chicken coops and pen above have metal roof, so that collects the water for me in the gutters and down to IBC totes. Yep, that's the way we're going to be doing it.
Yep.
I have hauled water for 30 years. Trust me, I know how it works. When everything is frozen solid, tank water does sometimes freeze a foot thick on top, but always have running water.
Yeah.
So yeah, you start getting building thermal mass. The bigger the tank, the more thermal mass you get, and the less chances of it freezing up are. In fact, the biggest problems with freezing are around your outlet pipes and your spigots.
Your garage.
In your garage, yeah. I have some of the old time leaf guards on my gutters, the old aluminum screens things. You know, and like I said before, guys, if you want to see a really nice water setup, go check out Tag's channel. And he said it before, and I hope I'm not going out and saying anything. He's more than willing to talk to people about it. He always has been. Ever since
he's got a freaking video on it.
Ever since I've known him, he will always stop and talk to people about it.
He wants to share,
give you his insights. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So we're on 147 or almost 2 hours. So I'm not saying that you have to quit. And if you guys are all talking, I'm just going to leave you with it.
Well, I need to head out too.
Okay.
It's getting bedtime. It's getting your bedtime. Somebody has to get up and work early in the morning.
Dude, you better be very, very careful where you go with that.
What?
I don't work.
I didn't say that. You don't work in the morning because you're sleeping.
Guess what I'm doing when I get up? I have to go bag chili. I've got to get milk done. I got to go check bananas. I got to get bananas loaded. So why don't you just stay up with me and you can help me?
Because I have to go to work.
It'll make everything go so much faster.
Okay. Let's finish these last few comments here. I have some old-time leaf guard. Oh, we already read that one. A couple IBC totes painted black in my big greenhouse to act as heat sinks. Yep, I'm doing that with little black barrels. Don't set your tank on the ground. Put on pallets, have air underneath it. Tank on the ground will freeze solid. Yes, it will. Okay, guys, listen. This has been a fun evening. I really enjoyed the conversation tonight. Did you?
Yeah,
it was pretty
it was good.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It is always good.
You know, you guys make it worthwhile. One thing I did want to tell everybody, I've been wrestling with this for the past couple of weeks, but a conversation I had this weekend made me pull the trigger on it. So I've been tagging products from Spread Shop on our videos. All right. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's cheap stuff. And I was doing it because I wanted to see.
What are you talking about?
the tag products on our videos.
Tagged?
The tag, so that you haven't been paying attention to our videos, have you?
No.
So if you go to in our video descriptions, there are there's Grumpy Acres branded products in there, like a dog thing, cups and stuff like that.
Oh.
I've been doing that for 2 months now.
Oh no! Don't do that. That's all crap. It's all
What did I
China-made
just say?
crap.
What did I just say?
Yeah.
We're not going to do that anymore. We are not going to have that stuff on the video.
Is that Bonfire?
No, that's Spread Shop.
I don't even know what that
is.
Yeah.
It's the only retail shop that YouTube will let you tag tag products on.
Just come over to our website.
We're not going to do that anymore.
And we won't have coffee mugs and that kind of crap on there.
Well, we might someday, but they'll be American made and they'll be good quality.
If we can help another homesteader, then that's
if we can help another homesteader.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want any of our t-shirts and stuff, contact us. Hopefully they'll be up on the website here in the next week or two. I've still got to get that sent over to the website manager. Let's see.
Upgrade, yeah.
An upgrade to his camper.
For your camper.
Okay. If anyone needs a camper and stuff, my mom is selling. Get in touch. Well, there you go.
What kind of camper scanes me or Faith? What kind? What kind of
get
camper?
Get that on freesteading.
Helmet. Well, message us first. Maybe it's something we want.
I don't want it. I don't want a camper. I've had a camper. I don't want one. This is my bug out location. I'm not going anyplace else.
But we're like doing festivals and all that stuff.
They're gonna have to burn me out to get me to leave this place.
So tired.
Actually, they won't even be able to burn me out.
I'm thinking festivals, but yeah, there's that.
Well, thank you very much for that. Reminding everybody there, simpler times.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So you got any last words?
Oh man, you guys just keep trucking forward and don't be paralyzed by fear. Keep going. I know most of you in here are, but let's encourage others to do the same and keep going. It's the only way we're going to make it through this fiasco of what we're calling a country right now. Pray for each other, think of each other, send great thoughts to each other, that kind of thing. We all, I don't know what everybody's religion is, so I try to cover it all with 3, but I'm just saying the more that we think positive and the more affirmation we give to the positive, the more we're going to be able to create. And so
looking forward to it.
I just really encourage you all, just keep stacking, keep prepping, don't give up, and be at least 1% better tomorrow than what you are today.
And stay vigilant.
Yeah.
Stay vigilant.
Stay
There's so much out there that's meant to distract us from what we're doing. They do not want us to become food independent. They do not want us to practice self-sufficiency. They do not want us to build community. So we need to focus, and we need to not be concerned about all the stuff that we can't control, and just worry about what we control, and do those 3 things. And if we do those 3 things, at the end of the day, we're going to be better off than when we woke up. All right. So with that said, I want everybody to take care and go live a life done free.
Recovering Catholic.
Night all.
Night.